There is someone that wants to be a lead investor, but she is aware that in order for her to really benefit from investing in Orbit, she's going to have to put in a lot more money. And so that's a good sign for us, because it kind of validates that actually there is commercial potential with Orbit.
Is that just through the app, you mean? Is that why she's
not just through the app, is through quite a few things. So she's more interested actually in the corporate side of things. The app was like the added bonus, and then all the other products that we have down the line, where it's like, okay, you guys have thought about everything. I want to be part of this journey, and I want to make money as well from this journey. So I know that whatever I'm going to put in is going to have to be a considerate amount in order for me to enjoy the success of Orbit. So we are at a really good place. But we don't want to do anything too prematurely, because...
How do you make money? How do you position yourselves to investors, and what type of investment are you looking for?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question, because it's something that like we have been going back and forth with in terms of like, what is Orbit now versus what is it in 5 years' time? And a lot of the conversations that we're having, the interest is in what we can potentially grow to be. So there is this understanding that Orbit is in phase 1 of what it's meant to be. So Motherhood Mothers is the niche group that we decided to focus on, because we have like the most relevant experience within that. But Womanhood is where we want to kind of expand, or with women is where we want to expand. And we have a plan for that. And so I think when it comes to investment, like if someone was to invest in Orbit today, what they'd be investing in is the events and corporate element of the business, which is being able to do stuff with the community and running those like specialist events for our community, and then also investing in the corporate offering and being able to go into the workplace and support women at work and have these intimate conversations and grow the business that way. The next time that someone wants to invest in Orbit would probably be for tech, for the app that we want to launch. And so that would be another facet of the business, and that would look at like a lot of different other things such as mental health, the NHS, like there's a lot of stuff there, employment. And so an investor would be interested in that. And a lot of people get excited by that, by the app and what it could do. And can we get it here quicker because this is disruptive? And so the investors that we're currently looking for at the minute, we are quite strategic. So we have people that are currently investing their time and their resources in terms of their connections to get us to the second phase of where Orbit should be, which is the app, and getting us there. So how quickly can we bypass phase 1 so that we can get to phase 2? And so they're in for the long ride. So if I stay with you for the next 2 years, I know that you're going to grow by X amount, and you'll be in a position where we can now sell this app to a very dedicated pool of women who desperately need it. And that's not going to be a problem because there is a community and there is a real need for that. And so the interest is in the app. And then you have investors who are, like I said, interested in the corporate element and the sustainability side of things of the business. So there are different facets of Orbit that we're finding different investors are interested in, but they're interested in the different phases. So some conversations are too early. Some conversations, it's like, I want to stay and be part of this journey because actually this is quite exciting. Something revolutionary is going on and I want to be part of that. And I want to be part of that disruption. And I want to be able to say that actually, do you know what? I contributed to this. And so when you do boom and go on to phase 2, I'm right there. I'm someone that you already trust. This is going to be quite an easy relationship for us to have. So it's a very interesting conversation that we're having with different people. But for now, the way we're looking at it is how much can we do on our own with the partnerships? How much can we, earn without needing outside support. And then where we know we would need the help and where we know we would need the investment is kind of what we're kind of looking towards now. So everything at the moment is more relationship building and getting us to the point where we can do the things that we really want to do. But we're taking our time because we know, okay, it costs X amount to get there. And if there's someone keen that says, I want to take on this part and I want to take on that app and I'm going to invest, I don't know, 5 million into Orbit so you can go full time and you can hire a team and there can be people that focus on these different areas, then yeah, it makes the journey a lot easier. But right now it's the way we see it is if there was no one else here, if there was no investment, if there was no team, if it was just us, what can we do with the resources that we currently have? And so that's kind of the way we've been going with our strategy.
Okay, so any investment you have now, you're saying it's basically you've got advisors, people investing their knowledge into you. They're not giving you any like money or cash at the moment.
Yeah, so where we are now with the conversation that we're having is there are certain things that they want to see. There is someone that wants to be a lead investor, but she's aware that in order for her to really benefit from investing in Orbit, she's going to have to put in a lot more money. And so that's a good sign for us because it kind of validates that actually there is commercial potential with Orbit.
Is that just through the app, you mean? Is that why she
not just through the app, is through quite a few things. So she's more interested actually in the corporate side of things. The app was like the added bonus, and then all the other products that we have down the line where it's like, okay, you guys have thought about everything. I want to be part of this journey and I want to make money as well from this journey. So I know that whatever I'm going to put in is going to have to be a considerate amount in order for me to enjoy the success of Orbit. So we are at a really good place, but we don't want to do anything too prematurely because we are aware of like what we're currently doing now feeds into this next phase and this next phase feeds into the next. And this is what Orbit will look like then. And so we know when we want, I guess, like investor money introduced. But right now, yeah, it's more so mentorship, their time and their networks, which has been very, very valuable.